Peace and blessings, beautiful people. Peace and blessings. This is Empress Imani, and welcome to this episode of Sacred Love Lessons. So, you guys, today I want to talk to you about love don't pay the bills. Love don't pay the bills. And I know that's not correct grammar. I know it does not pay the bills. Okay? But for the purpose of this podcast, love don't pay the bills, right? I remember when I was in undergrad, I think I was a freshman, maybe a sophomore. I was a sophomore and I was at the University of Oklahoma, go Sooners. And I remember taking a psych class and I forgot what the professor asked verbatim, but to paraphrase what he said, it was something about he gave you the option of choosing love or choosing money. And this guy, he said love. And then I just blurted out, love don't pay the bills. So you guys, at that moment, let me just kind of set the context and what I said, how it was said. At that time, I was a young mother of one, a single mother of one. You guys already know I was pregnant in the 8th grade at 14. So about my sophomore year of college, I think she was, 5? And so here I am, a single mother of a 5-year-old. And life for me was real. I did not have a traditional high school experience, a traditional college experience. Like I was already bearing the weight that an average, 30-something-year-old would experience. And so when I heard someone who was just, a young person, right? No kids, no responsibility, mom and dad taking care of everything. And then across from that is me, single mom, living on my own since I was 18, paying the bills, raising a young goddess. I just went off. And then, of course, my level of thinking, my level of maturation at that time is not where it is today. So I just blurted out because I thought it was some dumb shit. Okay, let's just be honest. I thought that was dumb. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? And you're obviously someone who don't pay their own bills, because you're over here talking about love, And I was like, love don't pay the bills. Needless to say, that conversation did not go over well because I was a strong advocate, right? Very persuasive, and I was very stubborn. I was not going to move off of what I thought was right in that moment, that point that I was making, because that was the perception, the perspective, right, that I was living in my life, my reality. So I wasn't trying to hear, some little 18 or 19-year-old young person, talk about this foo-foo stuff he was talking about. So long story short, the professor had to intervene because it was tense. And I wasn't moving, not 1 inch, right? And it was very tense. And so the professor intervened, and that was the end of that. We just had to agree to disagree, right? Today, fast forward, let's see, how many years ago was that? That was 28 years ago. Oh my God. Ooh, that was 28 years ago. Okay? Oh my God. I didn't even realize how long ago that was. Okay, so that was 28 years ago. Here we are today. What's today's date? March 27th, 2020. And today, if you ask me that question, what do you choose? Love or money? My answer is I will choose love every time. Over the last 28 years, I have evolved. I have come into knowledge. I have turned that knowledge into wisdom. And I have a full understanding, have ascended many levels, during my evolution and my human experience here on planet Earth. I have learned that love, unconditional love, is the highest energy vibration. Money is energy too, you guys. Money is energy, right? But love is above money, right? And if you want the highest, you want what's best for your highest good, always go for the unconditional love. Because if you go for that, you can access the money. You can create the money. Supernatural favor will pour out onto your life and you will have an overflow of money. You guys, everything I touch prospers. Everything I touch prospers. When I look back over my history and I look back at, because I had a second daughter, a second goddess, right? By 21, I had 2 kids, right? 2 goddesses. And when I look single, by the way, and when I look back over my history, I can see like, wow, there were a lot of things that happened that I don't have a human explanation, a logical explanation for, where I can point to a formula and say, I did this and then this happened. 1 + 1 is 2. No, I can say, I did this, I believe this, I prayed for this, I released my faith for this, and then all of this magical stuff, right, on the other side happened. It was more of an alchemist, an alchemy experience, more of the magician experience. My life has been that, right? And my goddesses will tell you that, because if you look at the paper and then you look at the result, and there's just no explanation in between. I had a lot of divine intervention. I had a lot of supernatural favor. I had a lot of earth angels that came in and filled in the gaps, divinely sent. I had divine protection when the enemy was trying to get at me. I was being divinely guided by my spirit guides. All because I went for the love. I went for the love. And there's been plenty of people that have, gone for money. They're gone for the lower chakra energy, sex, the porn, the gambling, the shopping, the gossiping, the foolishness, the debauchery, right? I call that piranha culture. Right? It used to be shark years ago, but now it's piranha culture. Savages. People that have gone for that and have been around me, right? Because you can't stop living. When you go outside your home, you go to your office place, you're an investor, you go with your armor, but you still have to go into the lion's den, right? But there has been a stay for me of the lion's mouth where I was not devoured, because I went for the unconditional love. And I just was thinking, with everything that has been going on in our world, in spite of all of this, and Wife Goddess and I, we have been in prayer every day. Shout out to Mama Iyanla Van Zant over at Inner Visions, because she is holding the light, you guys. If you have not been going to her antiviral messages every day, she's been posting every day. She also has a new podcast called Love from a Distance. Google it. You will find it out there. Get connected to Mama Ia. That is Iyanla Van Zant. She is holding the light. Myself and other light workers, we are holding the light, Because in this time, we were made to be here for such a time as this, to continue to raise the vibration of the planet. And really what I believe is happening is there's just been a reset button that's been pressed by the universe, because we need to come back to the energy of unconditional love. We've gotten away from that. People are now choosing money over relationship, money over love, sex over intimacy, pornography over connection, right? People are choosing these things. People are choosing narcissism and selfishness and self-centeredness, right, over giving. And that is not what all of this is about. It is all about the energy of unconditional love. And that is the highest level that you can attain when it comes to energy. And so I would say today that if that professor was to ask me, or anyone was to ask me today, love or money, the answer without question, without thought, just on default setting, the answer is unconditional love. So love don't pay the bills. You guys, when I said that, when I made that statement 28 years ago, I was wrong. I was young. I had no person before me modeling what it should look like. Everything that I'm telling you today, I went through the University of Hard Knocks, okay, where I have turned knowledge into wisdom. But today I stand here, March 27, 2020, Imani Sankofa, default setting is unconditional love. I highly, highly, highly recommend that when you make a choice, because we do have the power of choice, right? And then you have freedom, right? You have free will. That when you make that choice, exercising your free will, that you make a choice that's based on unconditional love, a choice that's for your highest good. So anyway, that's all I have for you today. And until we speak again, take care.